Hell in your gangbang.
Alright, who's next?
Let's see who's stronger.
Alright, so you're like, why is he reviewing a Kirby game? I thought this was an anime fighting game channel. Listen, I needed something to fill my like empty void with Smash Brothers, and I was randomly thinking about Kirby, and then this happened. Plus the game was like 20 bucks, but with Nintendo coins it was like $3 for me, so I was like, shoot. So I went to this with like the lowest expectations. However, is Kirby Fighters 2 a must buy? Or should you wait for an even cheaper sale on the eShop, probably like Black Friday? If you low-key enjoyed today's review on this channel, I do cover fighting games, anime games, and most importantly, I love Super Smash Bros. And we'll be covering Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with Fighters Pass 2 content. So go on ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell and turn on all notifications. Don't worry, I ain't gonna spam you. Maybe, but let's get right into it. First up, you already know the gameplay and netcode. Kirby Fighters 2 surprised me because it feels like a precursor to like Smash Ultimate, but with just like different Kirby abilities. So this Kirby game for $20 has 22 unlockable characters. Yeah, they may not have that much depth as other fighting game characters from like a Guilty Gear or a Street Fighter, but $20 for 22 unlockable characters is fire. Yes, you can also unlock Meta Knight and King DDD. Also, Banana Waddle Dee is in this game. I used to be a hater for people being like Waddle Dee for Smash, but he is actually pretty gas. I kinda want him in Smash Bros now, I'm not gonna lie to you. So when I first played this game, I was thinking like, hey yo, this game would just literally just be two buttons and attack with the iconic Kirby swallow abilities and stuff like that. No. Each character have major differences between all of them. Copy abilities of Kirby like Sword, Staff, and Beetle will focus heavier on combos and chaining, plus you can cancel into them anytime and really clean. It's really responsive for this game. While copy abilities like Cutter and Archer have charge projectiles that can do massive amount of damage to you over time. Each character is unique in the game that I thought would not have been really deep. Nintendo doesn't really do super deep like Guilty Gear level mechanics, so seeing some energy, some love put into every different ability or every different Kirby in this game was pretty fire to me. Another thing about the gameplay is that every character has different variants, so like if you're looking for like up B, down B, they have those in there, and some combo differently, give you different animations if you can execute those moves. It's like actually a little bit of reward for learning how to play the game as well. Like Sword Kirby is kind of like crazy with the stuff he can do, or like the Fighter Kirby, like there's people are labbing combos for this game already. This game has some love put into it in the gameplay department, and it's still pretty fun without even knowing how to play the game. The netcode is way better than Smash's. Like I'm not even playing. If the game lags, it will be bad though. 8 out of 10 of my matches run very smoothly, and that's with 4 players on the screen, items, and everything else. The lobbies in the game are kind of basic, but you can fight with your friends and set them to 1v1, no items, or do 2v2 online with a group of 4. The biggest online bummer is that the game has no ranked option, which yeah, it would be frustrating since the online is not perfect, but it kind of low-key feels like it has rollback. Again, I'm not saying it has that or GGPO, but it feels like that Pokken Wii U netcode. And if you play Pokken on the Wii U, you know how fire that was. I also kinda dislike that I can't do random match with random players online with just a friend. Smash Bros can't do it either. What's up with that? Like, y'all explain why y'all don't like doing that? Is it hard? Just say that. But I really do appreciate them for actually putting the effort into a game that's like $20. That ain't even a full $60 AAA, you know, budget like game. Because this is my biggest thing with fighting games, is that the longer you make me get into the actual fighting, the less fun the game can be over time. Having to wait and do all these things to get into a match can also hurt the hype and atmosphere of you constantly wanting to play a game. Many games are plagued with like random menus or no rematch button, heck, even obscure loading screens, and it's really irritating. I hate waiting low key. If the netcode is great and can function pretty much normal, then when it actually lags for most of the time, like 90% of the match I can play the gameplay, then there's a few hiccups and stutters, which that is what Kirby Fighters 2 pretty much is. I am perfectly okay with this, and I highly recommend even just messing around randomly online. Next up, and we're going to talk about the story mode. Kirby Fighters 2 story mode actually has some love put into it. With most party brawlers or fighters, it really will be just low-key dry or just scapegoat arcade modes and stuff like that, or just people don't really want to play them because they don't really have the love energy that go into them like other video game story modes. The story mode in Kirby Fighters though is arcadey, like where each chapter has up to a certain amount of levels, or aka floors. Now personally, I thought this would get very boring for me quick, because besides the fact that it is Kirby and I love Kirby, but this game added a twist to it. In between each round, there's a section called the item room. For each round, you can pick one item that helps you throughout your journey via chapters. Some items can give you full health, some can buff your damage output, while others can help boss battles be easier by giving you more access to damage for super bosses. It adds depth because whatever you pick to build up to the final chapter does matter. At first, I was just picking stuff like, oh, this game's going to be easy, because you know how generally a huge complaint with Kirby games have been in the past, that a lot of them are typically easy, at least from 3DS era to now. Nah, this game kinda hard. The story mode for the first two chapters was kinda easy, I ain't gonna lie to you. I only played up to like chapter 4, and I got to the end of chapter 4, and let me tell you that these final bosses are hard as hell. This is different from typical Kirby. Alright, I wasn't ready for this, but I'm actually happy that there's a curve into this type of game. Like in chapter 5, I was so tilted when DDD did this.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Regardless of the story mode is kind of a minuscule type of thing for the game. What's cool about the story mode is it does give you the most way to gain XP, or for your fighter card. Your fighter card has levels up to it, and I think it goes up even past 100 or to 100, and that's how you unlock new characters, new costumes, etc. But if you're looking for some of the most crazy cool animations in the game, they are from the boss battles. My only issue is that your partner AI you choose can be very inconsistent. Like there'll be one time with the AI, he'll be fading everything in his way out here like Incredible Hulk. Other moment he'll just be MIA or just not doing anything. I guess you could call him Donald from Kingdom. I'ma just leave that joke alone. Also, there's a mode you unlock from playing the story mode called single-handed mode. It's where you compete for time in 9 solo battles. It's pretty much like a boss rush, but 1v1. It also is a function like a time attack as well, so it adds replay battle to see if you can get a faster, better time. My final verdict on Kirby Fighters 2 is that the game itself is super fun, and for $20, this is a Nintendo must-buy. I can guarantee you by the end of Nintendo Switch's life cycle, or the Pro, or whatever else they do with Nintendo Switch in the future, this will be one of the first-party underrated gems that they will drop on the Nintendo Switch platform, because this game is really cool. Like, you have a lot to unlock, progression is not hard, and when you unlock all characters, you unlock different costumes, like I stated earlier, via the form of hats for other copy abilities in this game. But let me say one thing before I end off this video. This game is not a Smash Bros. Clone. If anything, it's like Kirby's version of PlayStation All-Stars kinda. Like, most stages have walls, pretty much all stages have walls, and you just bounce off of them or you get hit off of things of that nature. Generally, this game is really cool. I highly recommend Kirby Fighters 2 for the Nintendo Switch. I really like this game, and I'm surprised that this was better than I thought it would be. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed today's review on Kirby Fighters 2, please hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications. I cover fighting games, cover anime, and I will be covering more Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I'm going to be real with you, another fighter is on its way. I feel it, and I'll be here with the content. So go ahead and hit that sub button. I love y'all. You guys are golden, and that is raw. Squallow, peace, and I'm out.
Otaku Underworld. I've been the devil, I need me a arc in the heart. Am I breathing? I feel like Tanjiro. Walking this bitch with a soundbox, I wanna see rocket, I keep me a domino. Bitch, I'm a dip and I feel like Kazaki. Stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm snatching the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I spitting, I feel like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face.